So, good morning, fellow Toastmasters. That comes around you. The easiest things in life is to compare ourselves to others. We compare many things like our careers, our finances, sometimes even our relationships. Definitely the achievements we have, yeah, which is a very opportune of us to make use of as well. But sometimes we compare ourselves so much and so often that we forget our own path. Yeah, we forget to focus on our own journey. And 3 months ago, as you see, I moved here to Spain, kind of. Yeah. And lately, I've been spending some time here on the countryside. So as you see here in the background, I'm surrounded by beautiful mountains here in Asturias. There are also several farms around here, villages, and definitely cattle that doesn't stop bothering me at night. But you also notice other things, yeah. The people live here because they definitely know this land very well, yeah. They even know the seasons because they are farmers here who work here. But I noticed that they know exactly everything and that they got it all together. And if I'm not being careful here, I'm seeing myself fall into that trap once again. Yes, I'm comparing myself. But I'm also noticing something here is that these people have actually been living here for decades. Their families have been here for generations. And I've only been here for 3 months. Yeah, 3 months. Yeah, it's like if life was an NFL game. I've only finished the first quarter, yes. Now, as an adopted fan of the Dallas Cowboys, from my back, you know that team, right? The best team, the America's team. Now, I watch a lot of football and not the World Cup that's happening right now. And mainly just the YouTube highlights because I don't want to watch 3 hours of the game. But, however, one thing that I have noticed that coaches tell players all the time is focus on the next play, not the last play, and definitely not the scoreboard that exists at the moment. Yes, the next play, because the scoreboard is just an outcome. Actually, the next play is something that we can control. I definitely cannot control that cricket, but football also teaches us that even the best teams, like the Dallas Cowboys, yeah, can make mistakes, like winning for 30 years. The players even they throw interceptions, they miss tackles, and sometimes they even fumble. Like this, yeah, they're like playing the ball, and whoops, the ball just goes. Yeah. If this were like a real game, it would be very embarrassing right now. Yeah, but there's actually a point I'm trying to make because this fumble right here, this fake fumble, doesn't end the quarter, and the bad quarter doesn't end the game. Heck, even a bad game doesn't end the season. I think the teams that are successful, like the Dallas Cowboys, aren't the ones that never make mistakes. They are the ones that recover and keep playing and playing and playing. Not the football ones, life fumbles, yeah. The kind that happen when you're trying to build something new. And every time I remind myself yet again, this is only the first quarter. Spend our life staring at someone buys a house, someone starts a business, something familiar to me. And suddenly we're comparing their score to ours. The thing is, we are comparing completely different moments in time, yeah, in the game. Now, I've been in Spain here, and some of the people I'm comparing myself to, like I mentioned before, I've spent years building their lives. Yeah, as I said, yeah, of course they're ahead. They've been in the game longer than I have. Yeah, they are ahead. Yeah, and I think many of us do this. We compare our first quarter to someone else's fourth quarter, for example. And in football, that doesn't make sense. Nobody looks at a score after the first quarter and just declares that the game is over. Yeah, nobody wins a championship because they had a good first quarter. Okay, maybe the Dallas Cowboys. I gotta give it to you. I won one. I have the ring inside the house. I forgot to bring it, the Super Bowl ring. The teams that succeed are the ones that focus on the next play. the next opportunity. And they understand that progress is built one play at a time, that the only thing that matters is the next play. And I think life is the same way. Many of us spend more time watching other people's lives than building our own. Social media, we compare, we measure, we're checking everybody else's score. And then we wonder why we're not moving forward. Now, I've been talking about football, yeah, American football, but as I mentioned, the world happening, and that is soccer. And because this speech is about knowing your audience, yeah, that's why I'm gonna skip it all together. Yeah, so sorry about that. We're gonna stick in both sports, approaching the whistle in both sports. Yes, the referee has a whistle. And actually, the truth is that the most meaningful things take time, learning, growing, building a career, a life, moving to a new place, a full hand right here. All of this is not decided in the first quarter. So I actually decided something right now. I'm gonna stop checking the scoreboard, stop comparing my first quarter to someone else's fourth quarter, as I mentioned. I'm going to focus on the next play. 3 months in Spain isn't the final score. Heck, it's not even the halftime. It's just the first quarter. See, I'm the one staring at the scoreboard. They're the ones who keep playing and playing and playing. End of the game. Thank you.